Hello, this is Artwilly Anime Room Reviews. I'm Arturo, and today I'll be reviewing Soul Eater, an anime that I got hooked right away when it aired on Toonami. Then I went ahead and started watching it on Netflix. And after watching it, what do I think about Soul Eater? It's an intriguing anime, but is it good? Or is it something you're interested in? Well, that's why you're here. Today I'll be reviewing Soul Eater. Let me take your soul. That way I can make you watch Soul Eater. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
She pulled out a book. She's bored with me. I have to say something quick, something clever, something funny. Think faster, idiot!
In a world where souls are gathered by evil people who eat them, while others who hunt the bad gather the evil souls to become a death scythe. We follow Maka and Soul, who face challenges and try to gain 100 souls, so her partner can become a death scythe. However, they get the wrong soul after beating a fake witch, and they have to start all over from scratch. Through the show, we meet their friends, Blackstar and Tsubaki, and later get a new friend, Death the Kid, alongside Liz and Patty. They will face challenges and evil, but they do have allies to help them out, and they will face those that try to harm others, while on the other hand, laughing at the funny moments. I can say there were some awesome songs in this show. Impactful ones, action type, heck, even the opening is that catchy. The first ending song, The second one was, it's pretty good. The third one I really liked, and the fourth one was so awesome. The second opening was catchy, but it's not as good as the first. Now, the animation is different compared to other animes, especially with its art style, I can say. But it is really great. From the characters' reactions and their interactions with each other to really crazy moments. Some of the action scenes are so awesome, spot on. And the character designs I like, and yeah, you would have fun watching this show with its awesome animation. And yes, it's funny moments. The characters in this show are very interesting. Though, I can say Verly's the main character. Well, let me just break it down. Maka, a girl who's trying to get souls to reach 100, to get her friend to become a death scythe. She's a bookworm and usually studies. Though Maka can be sometimes, like I was going to mention, she can be annoying when it comes to certain things, like her interactions with Spirit. Her dad is interesting. Even though he has custody of her, she refuses to accept him because of the fact that he cheated on his wife. Though we see certain things with her and her dad, which makes for very interesting scenes with them. Soul, for that matter. She is intelligent, though by the final episode, I don't know why they went with that route. I will not spoil the ending, but I can say the ending had an issue with her at least. Though I'll explain that later. But with her, yes, the ending kind of affected the... Blackstar, on the other hand, is a crazy, full of himself, and cocky type character who thinks he can surpass God. He does take up challenges after challenges. He really thinks all about himself, though he does become more loyal to his fellow allies and somewhat changes. And yeah, he'll make you laugh. And he is, yes, tough when it comes to handling pain. And last but not least, Death the Kid, the most interesting character in this show. I kid you not. He basically has the same issue that I have, OCD. His OCD will just affect him in action. But when he's not OCD, he can kick some ass. Alongside his friends, the Thompson sisters. But yeah, he made me laugh probably more is when he has an episode and explains how a trash like him can't fold a toilet paper.
How could this happen? Did I really forget to fold the tip of the toilet paper into a triangle?
But what makes him interesting is the fact that he has the biggest flaw when it comes to OCD. If something is not symmetrical, he cannot function right. Even in combat, he cannot function if something is not perfectly symmetrical. He is skilled though in combat, and in the course of the show, he ends up doing some investigation on certain matters. And he finds out stuff that I will not spoil, but someone that won't tell him anything. Now for every character's weapons, Soul is a cool type of character, and is always by Maka's side. I really liked Soul. He was a cool dude in the show. While Tsubaki was a very interesting female character and kind-hearted, but also puts up with Black Star's ways. And the Thompson sisters, Liz really makes me laugh, especially in that one episode about the ghost ship. And Patty, she acts like a 4-year-old. While other characters like Dr. Stein, the insane doctor, aka Dr. Frankenstein, is another character that I found interesting, and during the show, he seems like an anti-hero due to how he acts, but in the end, he's a hero, but has a wicked side to him. And Maka's dad, you can just feel for him. He's trying to have this engagement with his daughter, but it doesn't seem to work out because she doesn't like him because of what happened. And yeah, he's also funny. And another character, Krona, what is he? Is he a he or is he a she? Well, they call him a he. He is really thin and looks like a girl. But he is mostly shy and has his partner, which they make for funny scenes in the show, especially when they argue. Now, I can tell you this. Besides every villain that you get in the show, probably the worst and most evilest character or evilest villain of all time in this show has got to be Medusa. Besides the main villain or the final villain in this show. My gosh, I hated her so much. She'll do what she can to gain the upper hand, and she will do it. Experimenting on her child and even being successful in awakening the madness. Yeah, you'll just hate her through the show. But besides that, there are also other interesting characters in the show that will make you laugh or make you mad. I can say the one issue with one character in Soul Eater is Excalibur. I mean, he's kind of just there. He has his, 2 main episodes, which really have just nothing to do with, the other characters and what they're doing or the main timeline. It's almost like 2 filler episodes in Soul Eater. You may have an issue with his character and his episodes. That's probably the only thing I can say that was As for my enjoyment of this show, I really like this show. It was so enjoyable to see these characters, their interactions, the fighting, and there's some crazy moments. When I watched the first episode on Toonami, I was hooked right away. From beginning to end, I just enjoyed the characters and its plot. And its world. I mean, it felt like a Halloweenish type feel. However, I do believe the ending was a bit of an issue, which I think the manga handled a lot better from what I saw. And yes, I may not follow the mangas when I watch this show, but I still think it is good. The characters were interesting. This show really had interesting characters. The music was great. The first opening really awesome. Some ending songs that I really liked. And those awesome action and fighting scenes, those hilarious scenes with the characters. I mean, what else is there to say? This was a great show besides the ending. I will note some people may be turned off from it because it looks kind of like a cartoony type look, but don't be fooled by the art style, especially its fan service.
I remember this. I've seen how the spell works once before, so I already know the path that I have to take.
Well, Soul Eater, I gotta say, it's another classic anime that I really loved. While it did suffer with the issue of that ending, and I can say the ending was very corny, and I do think the books, mangas handled it better than the show itself, which I don't know why they went with that. But as a whole, it was a very great show. May not be for everyone, but for me, I really enjoyed it. The characters were so interesting that I just wanted to see more of their interactions. The hilariousness with Death the Kid, cringing at that evil villain, even though most of the villains we get are, well, yeah, bad, but not as bad as Medusa. And seeing one of the good guys is a little crazy, like Dr. Stein. There's so much interesting character development in this show. It's really awesome. Even Blair, even she's interesting, even though she doesn't have much screen time. In the end, this was something of enjoyment. I can say that. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. It is great leading up to being awesome, but what holds it back is that ending. But you're gonna have a lot of fun watching this show. I can tell you that. Really great and interesting characters. Maka is, she has her moments, but the rest of the cast, nice. For my recommendation, I can point you to a show that the same creator of Soul Eater made, this one. And I can't really think of anything else that, well, I guess you could say besides weapons, I guess, like, for this show, it's sharks, which is Kill la Kill. I guess something similar to that regard, but Kill la Kill was eh. At least to me, it was eh. And also, there was a prequel spin-off to this show, and that is Soul Eater Not, which I have not seen. Does have some of the original cast, but I heard it wasn't that great. But you may find something here to look at. Well, this is Archway, Anime Room Reviews, signing off.